I ain't saying it ain't enough to let go, but sometimes it's all gotta go. They say I'm way, 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 way too cold. I'm just preserving my soul. Peace.
Mic check.
One,
check.
two,
1
1
2
2
1 2, man. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. We
Yes,
back.
yes,
We back, baby. We back, man. It's been a long.
Yes, sir.
3 weeks, man.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long 3 weeks, man.
Has it been 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's been down there a month, bro.
Damn.
Sheesh. But all praise to the Most High. We back. We back. This is Sands of the SEERS. All praise to the Lord. Hey, I'm Captain Hareb. We got
Officer Benaiah.
Officer Benaiah.
Got Officer Abishai.
Officer Abishai.
Officer Eliakim.
The special we doing is on Officer Eliakim today.
What'd you say?
The special we doing today is on Officer Eliakim's True
Here
Heritage.
we go.
Damn.
Here we go.
Shots fired early, bro.
Good Lord, man.
You
I'm
wait
Big
till
Judy,
you wait
bro.
to go live, right there, bro.
I ain't said nothing all day.
Ain't said
Bro,
nothing.
You ain't said nothing, bro.
God, the hatred.
The natives was black too.
All praises, man. All right, who else we got, man?
We got Officer Zimra in the building.
Officer Zimra. Officer Zimra in the building. Lord's Will, y'all picked up that album, man. That album, I don't care what nobody say, bro. That album, fire, bro.
Fire.
Fire,
Fire.
bro. Give me some shots, bro. Fire.
Thailand.
And you got the moves, you got everything, bro.
You got everything.
You got everything, bro.
That's
right
right
about
listening
them
in
shoes.
silence, bro.
Exactly.
Praises to the Most
You
High.
know what I'm saying?
They at the crib listening to the album right now.
Right
Yeah, they
now.
are.
Yes.
The
what
silent,
it is.
silent fans.
Silence.
Right.
It is what it is. Who else we got, bro?
Soldier Gamaliel.
All praise.
Yes. Put some respect on that
Boy,
name.
Cheeks got ruddy as hell, didn't he?
Chicks did get right.
All praise to
Shining
Captain
over
Hareb,
there,
man.
man.
Congratulations for
All
your
praises,
promotion, man.
bro.
Well deserved. Well deserved, man.
We got one.
We got one.
Got one.
Come to Kansas City.
All praises
got
to
a
the
captain.
Lord, man. All praises to the Lord, y'all. Hey, man. We back, man.
Yes.
Passover was fire.
Amazing.
Hey, do you got Bishop on a horse? I know I just threw you a curveball.
Bring it
Look,
out.
IT
Yeah.
be like, man, damn.
Bring it out.
Bro, you should have had that on standby, bro.
Every
Yes.
school should have a folder.
Come on, man.
Hey, then the fashion show.
The fashion show.
I think
fire.
it was
Fashion show.
Officer Micah. His
Yeah.
garment.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
fire.
bro. You
I
gotta
got
get
you.
that
Man.
too,
Gag
bro.
garment
You got
was
that?
fire.
That was the best garment.
Yes.
To me.
Yes.
It was some good garments, but that was
that
a
gag
cold
garment was
garment.
cold. Yes.
As
Hold
a
on, man.
family.
Hold on, bro. I was in the fashion show. How you gonna say that's the best garment? Bro? What's up with you, bro?
Look at her. Look at her. Look
Come
at her.
on, man.
Look at her. Look at her.
He said, this is Gad Day, huh?
Did y'all like
You
my
had a
garment?
bad garment though, too, officer. I mean, Captain.
all
You had a bad.
praises,
You had a
man.
bad.
Yeah, that garment was fire though. I
Fire.
ain't gonna lie. That mug was fire.
It was
Yes.
fire.
Hot
Yes.
fire. You got that?
Yeah, it's up.
Hey, put the officer's garment up.
There was a couple of them, man.
Yeah, it was a few of them.
Hey, that brother had the wings on his garment.
Had the wings
You
on
see
there.
that Gad garment?
Yeah. Fire.
Did you put his up? He just put it in Sands of the SEERS.
Officer Zim had
He
a
going to
bad
the
garment
live
too.
video. He over
Y'all
there
like
too.
my
Live
garment?
video.
Officer Zim had a bad garment.
Y'all like my garment? Some
Yeah.
people didn't get it.
Hell no. Hell no. No, brother.
I saw
Hey,
Officer
man.
Zimra. I was like,
I
what
don't
is
know why you
going
put me
on?
Why you do that to me, bro? Why you do that as a
saw
friend?
Officer
As a,
Zimra.
hey, man, hold on, man. Get the scripture, man. Get the Ciroc 6, man. Nah, we got to pull this right now. Hold on. We got to pull this right now for this brother, man. I dare you get on live TV and say that right there, man. Give me Ciroc 6 and 17, man.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 17.
Read. Who's read?
I'm going to give a picture
man.
of my garment. I'm going to see,
Read, man.
Whoso feareth the Lord
Go ahead.
shall direct his friendship aright.
The scriptures say direct your friend. Don't ask me no question like that on live TV, man. As a friend.
Hey,
You understand, bro? Hell
hey,
no,
Captain
bro.
Harem is my friend, man. He tells the truth all the time.
Man, bro.
But some people did like it, man. But I was trying to
Hey,
be
them brothers ain't your
Umbuka.
friends, bro.
I was
Officer
trying to
look like
I'm sorry, man. They ain't not your. Whoever told
Hey.
you that, you got to question. You got to look at them sideways from this point moving forward.
You like you jumped from a tree.
So you really, hey,
All right, man. Come on, man. Y'all brothers crazy.
I was inspired by Umbuku from
Abuka.
You don't even know the tribe.
You don't even know the tribe name.
from M'Baku from Black Panther.
That's what you look like, M'Baku.
I ain't gonna front the dude that the brother.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, man.
don't do it,
Hey,
don't
man,
do
that
it.
brother
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
repent,
he
bro.
do, bro.
He need to repent in the Lord,
Yeah.
bro. He owe you a whole garment.
Man,
do.
Zim,
owe
Officer
you
Zim,
a whole
Officer
garment.
Zim, give me his contact. I
I'm
don't care
telling
what
you,
they
bro.
talking about. I
That
want
brother
that.
You gonna
need-
get you
I had
one?
to tell
He need
his
to be
leader.
rolled up
I had to tell his camp leader like, hey, bro.
Hey.
His camp
Hey,
leader.
but
come
anyway,
to me-
put
Yeah,
officers up. Put
yeah.
officers up there, man.
Yeah.
That brother
That's a
asked
mighty
me question
garment
like
right
that.
here.
That's a bad garment.
That's a mighty.
Yeah, that's that's bad. Right
Tribe
there.
of Gad.
I'm
Tribe
telling
of
you right
Gad,
now, I'm
man.
jocking that.
That's
I
a
need
bad.
that.
Shouts out to Officer Micah, man, St. Louis.
Yes,
man.
sir. Perfect glory.
Perfect
Yeah.
glory.
As a
perfect
family, they
glory,
just
perfect
they
glory.
look like royalty. That's
Yeah, man.
amazing, bro.
And that's what we trying. That's what we doing, man. We showing a different image of the Israelites, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Because you don't see us like this.
Right.
I'm still waiting on Bishop on the horse, though.
Bring it
I'm
out.
just filling in for you right now. But that's what we doing. We showing you a different image of the Israelites.
Right.
Because they see us as thugs with our pants down. You understand? They in any type of way. No, don't do that. Don't put that up there, bro.
Nah, you put it.
Don't do that. All right? You got that? Put that on the screen. And that's a fitting picture right there,
Yes.
man. That's power right there.
Royalty.
That's what our young kids need to see, us on. And how you gonna hate on that?
Right.
Exactly.
How
Man.
the hell you hate on us on a horse?
On a horse.
Turning the world right side up.
Turning the right side. Go back to the Edomites walking on the ground.
That's how
It's
supposed
fitting
to
that
be.
they picked those Edomites to walk
Right.
on the ground. Look
Right.
at their face, man.
Yes.
Two Karens.
Two Karens,
Yes.
man.
Yep.
They look like, what the hell did we done got ourselves in? Hey,
She look
It's
mad as
another
hell.
picture though. One of the Karens is walking around with a broom and a dustpan, picking up the doo doo.
damn.
Good. Fitting.
All praise to the Lord. So in actuality, they was rehearsing the righteous acts.
acts.
That's
Sir,
right.
sure was.
Yep.
They was rehearsing them righteous acts. So all praises to the Most High, man.
And this is the first time the black community has seen a leader who's not out for any type of gain.
Right.
He's not looking for monetary gain. He's
Bring
not
it
looking
out.
for the clout. None of that. It's just the salvation of our people.
Right. Yep. And you want to hate on that, man. Shame on you, bro.
Who that nigga on that lag?
Next year, we all coming in on horses.
horses.
And then what you going to say?
Straight up.
You understand? But all praise to the Most High.
Yeah, man.
You said, nah, we ain't going to put that up.
Nah.
No, we got people making whole
That brother was riding
videos,
on a
man.
pony.
We got people making whole videos saying that we are reverencing Bishop as he's Christ and you know how he's coming in on a horse and we must be worshiping the bishop.
That's because, hey, officer, that's because these brothers don't read
The Bible.
or
Bible.
believe
Right.
the Bible.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
They
Can
don't.
I get one?
Let's
Get
get
it.
it.
Let's
Give
bring
me
it out.
Sirach 44, right? I think this is what I want. Sirach 44. Look, the spirit turned right to the page. Usually I got to flip it every time. But somehow the spirit was like, go.
Yep.
You got that, reader?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Sirach chapter 44.
I'm sorry, soldier. Soldier.
Soldier.
I'm sorry, man. Soldier. Forgive me.
All praises.
Go ahead. You got to forgive me at least 76 more times, bro. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 44 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Let us now praise famous men.
Go ahead.
And our fathers that beget us. The Lord hath wrought great glory by them.
You see this? This is what our forefathers. This is the message of our forefathers. Let's praise famous men
Right.
that the Lord is using to wrought great glory.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You understand? They don't, have you not read this in the Bible?
Right.
Or they got the black highlighter. Cap, I got the black highlighter.
Cap, can I get one?
Go ahead. Bro. Hold on, we ain't finished.
Oh,
We
go ahead.
got a preset for my preset.
I want to.
But let me finish
throw
my
that out
preset.
there.
All right, go ahead.
I want to throw it out there.
That's all good. I got you. Go ahead.
The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through
Yes,
his
sir.
great power
Go ahead.
from the beginning, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms.
Such as bear rule in their kingdoms. Bishop Nathaniel is bearing rule in this kingdom.
That's right.
This is what it is. That's why he said, praise famous men. Read, come on.
Right.
Men renowned
Men of renown, read.
for their powers, giving counsel by their understanding.
By giving counsel by their understanding. And here, now wait a minute. Let's pause for a second, because this next line that you about to read, this is what separates the bishop from a lot of these Negroes out here. That's why they hate on him. Read it slow, brother.
Read it slow.
And declaring prophecies.
And declaring prophecies. I have yet seen anybody go through Revelations backwards. And it fit the time period that we in.
Yes.
Holy moly guacamole.
Yes,
Because
sir.
they don't have no understanding.
Yes, sir.
That's, you understand? So the scripture is saying, let us praise these famous men.
That's right.
That's biblical.
That's right.
You understand? What you got, officer?
Yeah, man. It's all throughout the scriptures. Give me 1 Timothy 5:17, man. They must not be reading, man. Like you say, Cap, they got the black highlighter when it comes to these scriptures. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
It says, let the elders that rule well. Rule well. Have you seen any folly in bishop? Any folly in deacons? The captains.
Hold on, officer. Hold
What
on.
you got?
Because when you read the scripture, something hit me.
Okay.
Something just hit me, bro. Read that one more time.
Yeah.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
So I figured it out.
Yeah.
The reason why they don't praise their elders is because they not ruling well.
Right.
Can I get a bomb on that?
God
All right,
damn.
Can I get a precept?
Hold on. Still my brother on my business.
About to precept to death.
Man, we got a whole class to do, right, man.
Yeah, we
Just
do.
one more.
Hey, I have a-
to
I have
wrap
Let me
that
finish
up,
this
wrap
out.
that
I'm
up.
gonna be quick.
ahead,
I'm gonna be
officer.
quick.
Sorry.
What's up? Go ahead. Let's start from the top.
Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor.
So, like we said, our bishop rules well. He pulled brothers from the streets,
Right.
ex-drug dealers,
Right.
gangsters,
Right.
pimps,
Right.
all of that. Some of our women was into that stuff too. Pulled them up out the street.
Yes.
Now they know that they royalty, keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. How- Is that if that ain't ruling well, what is? What is? Keep reading.
especially they who labor in the word and doctrine.
Who labor in word and doctrine. Our boots is on the ground. IUIC, what Bishop has started, we all throughout the four corners of the earth.
Right.
All throughout Africa, all throughout America, all throughout North, Central, and South America. We all over laboring.
That's right.
So we supposed to praise these famous men, bringing light to our people.
That's right.
And if you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Praise to the Most High.
Yeah,
It
we gotta-
is what it
yeah.
is, man.
That image gives, because Bishop Yawasat did a very good class, a great class.
Right.
He pulled that scripture about hope deferred. Like when we see these images, this gives us hope.
Right.
This brings hope back to the black community that one day, look at that picture, that's glorious. No black young men have seen a black man like this.
That's right.
Like you said, Kat, we used to seeing us as drug dealers, pimps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, in a negative light, but this brings hope back to our community. So
Right.
all praises to the Most High.
Royal, man. The damn horse got a garment on.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
right.
right.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
right.
That's
The
beautiful.
damn horse garment look better than some other brothers'
Yeah.
garment.
Got him! Got him!
Is that too soon? Damn, that's too soon. Too soon. All right, too soon. Let's get it.
Can I get my
Nah,
preset?
bro, I wasn't talking about you, bro.
Oh,
I really wasn't,
It's all
bro.
good.
'Cause I
I'm
said-
still gonna call that brother whoever made that.
Yeah, I
sister
wasn't
that-
talking
come
about
on.
you, bro. I'm
That
telling
made
you,
that
I
horse
wasn't, bro.
garment,
You
man.
got my word, man. But yeah, we got to get into it, officer, man. We got to get into it, man. We got a lot to cover.
All right.
Again, the title is "He Will Overcome." That's what it is, right? He will overcome, at the last. All praise to the Most High. You say what?
He shall overcome.
He should. Oh, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
He should have told you.
My
Brother
bad.
ain't never got the title right all year. We've been doing this show all year. Never got the title right. I always got to type it now. Now all of a sudden today, he shall, Cap. He shall. All right. Okay. All right. All praises. Hey, let's start here. Let's get this book, man. Let's start with this book. All right, so this is the Black Indians, man. Y'all got to forgive me. I was at work last night, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's read this right quick.
Research into early American history confronts one with some inaccurate traditional assumptions and vocabulary. Columbus believing he had landed in the East
Hold
Indies.
on, bro. You got to read that right. After vocabulary, there's a period.
There's a period.
It's a comma or something in there.
I'd rather read it like that was a comma. God, I know we've been off. Excuses, this, bro. We've been off for 3 weeks, man. We all trying to get it back.
the rust out.
You still
We
pause
rusty
at your
right now.
commas.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Start from the top.
Research into early American history confronts one with some inaccurate traditional assumptions and vocabulary. Columbus, believing he had landed in the East Indies, called the inhabitants Indians. His error has become so much a part of our language that today even many Native Americans accept it.
Hey, what does Indians mean? Y'all know?
Slave.
It's slave. It's slave, it's servant. That's what Indians mean. You understand? So this Christopher Columbus, who was Jewish, you know, Captain Gad brought that out. He was Jewish.
Yeah.
He thought he was in East Indies.
Yes.
Go ahead. What you
Hey,
gonna say?
and the crazy thing is, because in another book, you know, that cross-reference this book is they were here before Columbus, but Bartholomew de las Casas, he was related to Christopher Columbus, and he was a cartographer. He created maps and stuff, but he thought that Christopher Columbus was stupid. But it shows why, because he didn't know what he was doing. He thought he was in the West Indies. Named them Indians. So.
East Indies.
East Indies, yeah.
But he knew, because, you know, you got to think about it. What's that movie, 1492?
1492. Yep.
He knew about Ezra's, about the prophecies. Exactly where he was going. But go ahead, read on. But he said he made the error in calling them Indians or his slaves that they accepted until today. As we go on in the show, you're going to see that is very true. Right. You know, a lot of these reservations, they accept Indians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sioux. You understand? They accept these things. These are derogatory terms, just like nigga,
Right.
Porch monkey.
monkey, spick.
Yep.
You understand that we
Wetback.
accept wetback.
Yep.
That hit Shimmerman hard. He just put his head.
Damn.
We accept these things today. Go ahead. Let's read that.
When slaves escaped to the woods and joined or began remote.
No, keep reading. Keep reading up. Just read all the way through.
I have used both designations. However, I have dropped such derisive terms, forgive me, as half-breed, renegade, and tribe in characterizing Native Americans and Africans. If Europeans came from nations, so too did non-whites.
Okay, read on.
I have defined black Indians as people who have a dual ancestry, or black people who have lived for some time with Native Americans.
And we read that earlier in that other book. All these books, these historical books, are lining up, letting you know, bro, we was in captivity together.
Right, right.
What doesn't the Native American understand? That we going through the same atrocities. You know, when you examine, what's that, Jeremiah 50 and
33.
33?
Let's
Can you
get it.
read that just real quick? We all going through the same things. It was prophesied we was going to end up on the same lands.
Right.
Different periods of time, but in the same conditions. Go ahead. You got that?
Yes, sir. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel,
The children of Israel making up the northern kingdom of the Israelites. Go ahead.
and the children of Judah
Southern kingdom of the Israelites. Read.
were oppressed together.
He said we were going to be, the prophecy was we were going to be oppressed together. Now, Jeremiah, think about this. Jeremiah wrote this during the Babylonian captivity. The northern kingdom is already, they are they're already
In Assyria.
no, they're in Assyria right now.
Yes, sir.
Still.
Yes, still.
They're in Assyria right now. They're not being oppressed together right now. You understand? So that's a future prophecy that was going to take place.
Right.
That Jeremiah is laying out right there. Read it one more time.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel
Go ahead.
and the children of Judah
Go ahead.
were oppressed together.
Go ahead.
And all that took them captives
And all that took them captives, read.
held them fast.
And they held them fast. Meaning the same people, the Assyrians wasn't able to take southern kingdom into captivity. Think about that. When you read the history, they wasn't able to take the southern kingdom into captivity. Matter of fact, the Assyrians got they behinds whooped.
Right.
The king went running back. He didn't know what the hell happened.
Damn.
Y'all remember the story when the what they say, the death angel went through the camp?
Yeah.
You understand? So Jeremiah is letting us know prophecy, what was going to take place. You understand? So let's go back to the book.
Says, I have defined black Indians as people who have a dual ancestry, or black people who have lived for some time with Native Americans. When slaves escaped to the woods and joined or began remote communities, they are called by the Spanish term maroons.
Maroons. That's where you get maroons from. All right, let's go to the next page, just real quick. Right here, just read in blue.
If you know,
So this is chapter 1, y'all. You ain't even. There's so much stuff in this book.
Book just cracked open.
It's just cracking up. We just cracked it open right now. Go ahead, read.
if you know I have a history, you will respect me. A black Indian student told a conference of New York teachers. 2 decades ago, her words still ring true. Those who assume that a people have no history worth mentioning are likely to believe that they have no humanity worth defending. An historical legacy strengthens a country and its people.
You see that? This is what she said. If you know that I don't have no history, what it say? Because I'm about to butcher it. Go back one page.
Those who assume that a people have no history.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
If you know that I have no history, you will respect me. If you know I have a history, you will respect me. Why did the so-called the conquistadors, who we know were Jewish men, why did they fight so hard when you read in Psalms 83 to destroy our history?
Yep.
Not only in this time period, but throughout history, because the Bible is a historical book.
Right.
It's not a religious book. You can read throughout history. Give me Maccabees right quick. I think it is. Y'all jump in here, man. Give me First Maccabees. Let's start First Maccabees chapter 2. Let's read verse 8 right quick.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 8.
Because she's saying denying a people's heritage questions their legitimacy. That's why they fought so hard to destroy, not only in this time period, but throughout history. Watch this, read.
Her temple is become as a man without glory.
What we're reading is the Maccabees. The Maccabees. They were under the Greeks, white people. You understand? Esau. Watch this. When they ravished our temple, listen to the mindset of our forefather Maccabees. Watch this. Read it again.
Her temple is become as a man without glory.
Damn, go ahead.
Her
That's like the old men in the streets.
Right.
You know, that's like old black
Damn.
men, you know, say we in the heads of the streets.
Yes, sir.
Men without glory. And that's why Bishop had to get on the horse and show
Yeah,
that we
exactly.
men of glory.
Right.
Go ahead.
Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity.
Go ahead.
Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
Go ahead.
What nation hath not had part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
Because every nation had a part in the destruction of the Native Americans, of the black man. You understand? Every nation. Read, come on.
all her ornaments are taken away.
Go ahead.
Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave.
Right, sis? Go
And
ahead.
behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory.
Our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, we glorified in the temple. We glorified in our history. Watch this, read.
Our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it.
Look at the question he posed. Verse 13.
Verse 13. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer?
Why would he ask that question? Because he understood, hey, once you destroy our heritage, our history, we don't have anything to live for.
Right. Yep.
The enemy knew this. They understood this concept of our forefathers. That's why they went so hard when the Babylonians was coming against it. burn it down, raise it.
Raise it.
You understand?
Yep.
When the Maccabees burn it down, let's ravish it. In 70 AD, burn it down, take it away.
Right.
Because they understood that. You got something?
So even in the 80s, there was a famous quote. He said, "Kill the Indian, save the man."
Right.
That's what they knew. If you take away that heritage, that traditions that they was following, then you can give them anything you wanted them to be.
Right. And it's biblical. It's biblical. Give me Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Like you said, officer, when you take a man's heritage, you can feed them anything you want to. And the only thing that they feed us now is what? Rap music, football, the Greekest fashions, and they're happy with us being there. But our true wisdom is these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
Right.
That ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess
so we
it.
have an heritage. We have laws. We have a dress code. We have a dietary code. We have a way we're supposed to move as royalty. But we don't know that anymore. That's why we eat at the Piggly Wiggly. We dress like whores. All men, we got our pants below our waist. We don't know who we are. Right. We don't respect ourselves anymore. Right. But this is how we're going to respect ourselves and show or get the respect that we deserve. Keep reading.
Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So these laws, these statutes and commandments, this is our wisdom. This is what makes the enemy scared. So when our athletes, they tell everyone, we the Jews, they get scared.
Yes.
Because they know their time is close. Their time is nigh. Because we coming back to our glory.
Exactly.
All right?
That's why in those boarding schools, remember they used to send those natives to the so-called Native Americans to those boarding schools. And when they got there, they would shave off their head. They would shave off their head and they would have to take an Americanized name.
Yes.
There's a movie about that. Right there. Yeah, Tyrone. Like we met a Tyrone.
How many Native Americans we know named Tyrone? Right. No, no. When we was at that other place,
we was at that place.
When we went to
the brother. Oh,
yeah, but when we went to it was a lot of them.
I thought you was. Yeah. That brother stood up the other day. Say, well, what y'all be from? Gad. What's your name? Tyrone.
Like what? Come on, man.
Damn.
Yep. That's why they will make you believe that your braids,
right,
if you have locks, that's unkept. Uncivilized. Because what they're doing is they're trying to take your heritage from you. Because if you start to bring that back, then they like, oh, they're coming back. That's why they took those things from us.
I got a quick clip on that. We got time to get that, Captain?
Go ahead.
Let me get that clip.
While you get the clip, can I get the script?
You got the. Did you send it to him?
Yeah, it's in the sayings that it's the one with the native sister. It's a movie, 1923. It's the boarding school. There you go.
Hold on, don't jump.
Okay.
Because wait on that.
We building.
Okay, that's what I asked.
We got to bring them. We got to show how they got over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I understand where you're going.
Yeah.
Hey, give me the book, The Chosen People from the Caucasus. The Chosen People from the Caucasus. And we still going through these books. And like I said, Mary, filter these books through the Bible. Because it's a lot of craziness sometimes that goes on in these books. So filter them through the Bible. Get built up in the scriptures and then read your books and put this stuff together. All right, let's go inside. So this is the Chosen People from the Caucasus. What I want to show right here is they know this history.
Yes.
We didn't write this. Let's read this real quick for a second time.
Meanwhile, Alexander of Macedon effectively gained control of Palestine after his victory at Gaugamela, 331 BC.
You read this history in the Maccabees. It always astonished me when you hear Negroes, ex-cons, Christ didn't walk the earth.
Right.
Show me evidence that Christ walked the earth. Well, nigga, look up pull up Google.
Yes. Right.
Google Alexander the Greek. Pull up Herod. Pull up these men. Oh yeah, this nigga, he was here. Yeah. He existed. But don't you know that he was hunting Christ?
Exactly.
So he existed, but Christ didn't exist.
Right.
I'm telling you, bro.
Them
Negroes, man. These ex-cons with these damn convict education. Con, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Ex-cons.
Go ahead, read on.
This imposed a sort of pan Eurasian Hellenism upon the Jews from 191 years or 191 years until the Maccabees revolted in 141 BC.
So for 191 years, bro, they was oppressing us. Go ahead, read on though. For sake of time, jump down to the blue.
So as of about 70 AD, we have the following situation.
Go ahead.
The
Watch this. It says, so, but basically what he's saying is the historians had the right keep a track of our history because we kept being destroyed, right? So now when you jump down, read that verse, in the blue.
So as of about 70 AD,
Watch this.
we have the following situation.
We got the following situation. Watch this.
The 10 lost tribes of Israel, Northern Kingdom.
Northern Kingdom. How come the white man understands this?
Right.
How come the Jewish man understands this?
Right.
Go ahead.
Had been carried off into captivity by the Assyrians.
Right.
As of 722 to 721 BC.
Go ahead.
The fall of their capital, Samaria, and have never been heard from since.
And have never been heard from since. So this is what they got. You gonna say something?
Nah, and that shows just like what he's saying, like you saying, to match up with the Bible. That's why when you read the New Testament, you don't hear about those Northern Kingdom tribes.
Right.
So, yes, sir.
Go ahead. That's it on that. So think. I wanted to pull it out to show you that historically these other nations know that there's another lost tribes. There's 10 other tribes out there. So you parading yourself around as Judah. Where the hell is the rest of the tribes?
Right.
You got it written in your book
Yes.
that it's 10 other tribes that ain't never been found.
Right.
Ain't never
All
been
y'all
heard
do.
of. Was you gonna say something?
I was going to say, have you ever heard of the Sabbath River? Where the Jewish people, they talk about the Sabbath River. They say that the Northern Kingdom or the lost tribes went over this river that they can't go over. There's rocks that's thrown everywhere. There's books on it. So the only time the river is calm is during the Sabbath.
Sound like
and they can't go over there because
They only
can't
can
do
walk
no
a
work
certain
on the
amount.
Sabbath.
They only
They
can
can't
walk
do
a
no
certain
work on
amount
the
of
Sabbath.
steps.
Yeah.
That's why they can't go over there.
So you step
You
on
Sabbath River.
so
That's
you
why
They
step,
can't make it over there.
yeah, so you step on the crack and break your mama's back. You know what I mean? It's just all these things. It's all these things that they have to come up with. It's all
in
these.
the house.
Hey, it's all
Dante
these.
in the house.
It's all these what you call colloquialisms. No, but it's all these things that they have to come up with because the book is not of them. It's not for them. That's why they have to come up with the Talmud and all these different books that's outside of the Bible because they don't fit. That's why they don't show that there's 12 tribes. They're only calling themselves Jews. You never hear Levi, Benjamin. You never hear about these other tribes with them because they don't fit.
But we can show you where they at.
We can show you.
And we're showing you.
Hey, let's get that. Someone of y'all bring out that. What's that? Ezra's. Give me Ezra's right quick.
13.
Yep. We building up. Just to show you. These are our people. And historically, these other nations know.
Right.
And they got it in their books. The problem is we figured out how to read. The Most High put a spirit on us to read these books. What Elder Hython used to call them. It was for white eyes only. You understand? For white eyes only. So they had to write these things in the books. So they children will know who's who.
Yes.
You understand? But go ahead. Read what you got.
2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 40.
Go ahead.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osee the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters.
So this is Ezra giving you a historical account of what happened to the 10 tribes of Israel.
Right.
They was carried into captivity in what it was, 776 BC, around that time. You understand? By Salmanasar. This is what happened to them. Read, come on.
And so came they into their own land.
Go ahead.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude.
This is what, so between verse 40 and 41, you got time.
200 years.
You're talking about, almost 200 years, time. Because when they went into captivity, they had been oppressed for 200 years.
Right.
Then here comes Cyrus making a decree that you read about in Ezra 1, saying, hey, y'all go and do y'all thing, just pay me tithes.
Right.
Just like a pastor. Right. You understand? just like a pastor. So this is when they say, okay, let's take counsel and let's go to another land. A land that we know ain't nobody dwelling over there. Read, come on.
But they took this counsel among themselves,
Go ahead.
that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
Go ahead.
And
The
go
multitude of the heathen, because everybody was in the eastern hemisphere. Go ahead.
and go forth into a further country,
Go ahead.
where never mankind dwelt.
Whenever mankind dwelt. Nobody was dwelling over here.
Right.
Solomon used to send brothers over here for gold, different things. You read about that in Kings. But they knew nobody was dwelling over here. You understand? They go get the gold and bring their behinds back.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And I was going to say, like, Bartholomew de las Casas, when you read his book, he found out that it was, because, like, what you're reading, the channels of water that flow over there. But they was trading with black people, and them black people was telling them, hey, if you go on this channel of water next to this country, it's going to take you directly over there.
And this is also showing that the Northern Kingdom tribes did not get over here on no damn ice bridge.
Bering
Straits.
They wasn't on the Bering Strait?
They wasn't on no damn Bering Strait.
Okay, so they never...
For some reason, it ain't never froze over.
Right.
Since then.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right.
This is
Amazing.
Right.
Never happened again.
Oh my goodness.
Just throwing that out there.
Hey, but that's how you, like you just said, that's how you know you got to filter these books through the Bible. Because what we read now is exactly what we just read in that book. How they was in captivity to the Assyrians. That's the same thing we read right now.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Verse 42. That they might keep their statutes.
That they might keep their what?
Their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
So when Northern Kingdom, when the 10 tribes came over here, they was keeping the commandments. One group particular was the lawgivers.
The
lawgivers. Give me that. Deuteronomy right quick.
33.
Hey, give me those pictures. Give me those images of Gad. Yeah. I put all those images in there. Listen to the prophecy.
And this is how you know that when the scriptures are true, when our heritage would be cut off, and how, like we was just talking about shaving their head and making them forget where they come from. Because now, Gad, the so-called Native Americans, you don't even know that you are the tribe of Gad because it's been stripped from you for so long. That's what we're doing. We in love. We're not going to these reservations or these powwows trying to commit genocide on you. We coming to wake you up, to bring you back to life, to bring you back your heritage. That's what we're doing, and that's what we're showing you now. And the scriptures are going to be plain and clear as to who you are.
You got those pictures? Yes, sir. All right, put them on the screen. Hey, read that scripture right quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 20.
Yep.
And of Gad he said.
This is Gad that we reading about. This is Israel, Jacob, letting his sons. No, I'm sorry.
Moses.
No. Who?
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
Letting his no.
Moses. It's Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy. Go jump back up, man. Jump up.
Yeah, but yeah.
He's letting his sons know what was going to take place. All right. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
And of Gad he said.
Go ahead.
Blessed be he that enlargeth Gad.
This is Gad. He said of Gad, he said, blessed be he, talking about the Most High that enlargeth him. Go ahead.
He dwelleth as a lion.
He's going to dwell as a lion, fierce. Go ahead.
And he teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
Talking about they packs. Go ahead.
And he provided the first part for himself.
He said when he got over here, he provided the first parts for himself. He got the best parts of so-called North America.
Yeah. North America. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because there.
What happened? Is that still on the screen?
Yeah, they still showing. It was.
Put him back on there. Go ahead.
And he provided the first part for himself.
Go ahead.
Because there, in a portion of the lawgiver was he seated.
As a what?
In the portion of a lawgiver was he seated.
It says that a portion of the lawgiver was he seated. So when he came over here, guess what? He was sitting in the seat of Moses, of the priests. So when you see a lot of these garments that they wear, filter through some of these garments, put them up there. When you see a lot of these garments, guess where they got them from? The priest. The priest. When you read Exodus chapter 28, you read about the bells and the whistles. Give me that right quick, just real quick. Was it in Sirach that we pulled?
Sirach 45.
Yeah, let's get there right quick.
Exodus 39 too.
We showing you. We know exactly who Gad is and why they do the things that they do. God just don't know.
Right.
Go ahead. You got it?
Start at verse 6.
49.
45 and 6.
The book of Sirach chapter 45 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
He exalted Aaron and holy man like unto him.
This is talking about Aaron, the priest, the high priest. Go ahead.
Even his brother of the tribe of Levi. An everlasting covenant he made with him.
Go ahead.
And he gave him the priesthood among the people.
Go ahead.
He beautified him with comely ornaments.
He beautified him with comely ornaments,
and clothed him with a robe of glory.
And with a robe of glory. Go ahead.
He put upon him perfect glory and strengthened him with rich garments, with breeches, with a robe, with a long robe, and the ephod.
You see that? Go ahead.
So they wasn't just running around butt naked.
Hell no.
They wasn't no
They had
savages.
breeches.
They had breeches.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
And Gad, when they came over here, because he said he was the lawgiver, he took on the ways of Levi, of the priests.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And he compassed him with pomegranates and with many golden bells round about.
Many golden bells. So that's why when you go to these powwows and they be running around, ding, ding,
All you
ding.
hear.
That's all you hear. Because they got that from Levi.
That's right.
You know, this is showing you, hey, that was in their spirit. They the Israelites.
Right.
Y'all got something?
Finish that.
Go ahead.
And with many golden bells round about.
Go ahead.
That as he went, there might be a sound.
There might be a sound. Whoa. Give me a bomb on that.
Hey, let's get on
Missed it, man. You missed it, man.
numbers. Just because y'all see the fringes is on the garments.
Exactly.
Pull that out.
They got that from the Bible. Gad knew who they were when they came to this side of the land.
Right.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
That's why every garment that you see Gad and wearing,
Put
they
that picture
have
back up.
fringes. When we went to that powwow, every Gadite had fringes on their garments. Keep going.
throughout their generations.
Throughout their and you see they passed this from generation to generation.
Right.
Even to 2023, they still doing this. Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So the only thing, Gad, they don't know why they have it on here. They don't know that this is supposed to remind them to do something. So on top of the fringe, you see the blue. You see blue over the fringes. Go ahead.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So the point of the fringes is for Gad to remember to do the commandments. But this prophecy had to come to pass. Go to Deuteronomy, I think it's 32:26. Because remember, we under the curses.
Bring it out.
This is why Gad don't remember why they doing the fringes. They don't remember their heritage. You got it?
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26. I said, I would scatter them into corners.
So guess what? The Most High said he was going to scatter all 12 tribes in the corners. That's why when you read Genesis 49, it's letting you know where all 12 tribes is at in the last days. Go ahead.
I would make the remembrance of them to cease.
He was going to do what?
Make the remembrance of them to cease.
This is why we don't remember that we Israel, that we
Right.
God's chosen people.
Right.
All praise. Hey, and not only that, hold on, I got you, officer. Not only that, give me that American. They brought in a lot of other things over here.
What?
It's not only just the robes,
Okay.
the clothing.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
They brought a lot of other things. Give me that. Give me that next book, Ancient American Indians. So this is the next book. Forgive me, y'all. I was at work last night.
It is what it is,
It
man.
is what it is. Do we want to start there? Yeah, let's start there. That's cool.
Banners.
Make sure it's on the screen. Make sure it's on the screen. Okay, go ahead.
Banners. Banners existed among the Israelites at the time of their exodus from Egypt. During the exodus of the children of Israel from Egypt, each tribe is said to have had its own standard with the ensign of their father's house.
So you wonder why we got the banners. A lot of the individualites they wouldn't know because you're an individualite. You need to come into the school and you will start to see the banners of Issachar, Naphtali, Judah, Benjamin. You understand? We had our own banners. Watch this. Read.
Apparently, the Israelites were the first to introduce national flags.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
The Israelites was the first.
We the first to do every damn
You know
thing.
we the
Right.
salt of the
First.
earth, man. We
We
the
the
salt.
salt of the earth. Go ahead.
Since Israel was consecrated to the service of God, it was but proper that they should have also their banners corresponding to the colors of the precious stones.
Damn. Hey, and we didn't took this thing and went to gang banging.
Right.
Yep.
That's some heavy stuff, man. We didn't took this what the Lord said, man, I want y'all to get banners. I want y'all to have your own colors. You understand? Your own symbols to represent y'all tribes. To have what's the word? Pride. I'm from Issachar. Pride, I'm from Naphtali. Pride, I'm from Asher. You understand? Issachar. Look, Issachar. Pride. Not to put your head down when you hear about the weak Mexicans, man.
Right.
Have pride in yourself. Go ahead.
It was but proper that they should have also their banners corresponding to the colors of the precious stones of Aaron's breastplate.
Go ahead.
Tradition assigns a color, flag embroidery, and a precious stone to each tribe.
All right, go to the next page. Watch this. Hold on. Go to the next one. It should have been a banner. Go back. Hold on. Keep going. It's this one right there. So that's the next page. Can you read that?
Yes, sir. Banner carried by Chinese soldiers. Adcore AD 1296. Edward Bacon. Advanced civilizations of the ancient world.
So this is where the Chinese, all these other nations, they copy what we had.
Right.
You understand? That's the next one. Let's get that. Read that.
Banner carried by one man.
Go ahead.
Pre-Columbian.
Go ahead.
National Museum of Anthropology, Mexico City, Mexico.
And this is what they found in Mexico City, Mexico, a statue of us doing what? Carrying the banners.
The banners.
They brought this over here. Go ahead. Go to the next page. Let's read that right quick.
Bernal Diaz del Castillo, in describing his expedition to Yucatan, wrote of the explorers coming to a stream of the coast called the Rio de Venderes,
That's good,
or
bro.
River of Banners.
River of Banners. So as the conquistador is coming up to the shore, he like, damn, this is a river of banners. Because they had pride over here. They was keeping the law. We know that they was going to hell off. That's why he sent the conquistadors against them. But it was a sense of pride, of nationality. And where did they get this from? The Israelites.
Right.
You understand, when we came out of Egypt, because that's who they are. Read, come on.
From the ensigns displayed by the same occurrence.
Go ahead.
Quotes an eyewitness as saying the river was called the Rio de Banderas because we there came on a great number of Indians with long lances. And on every lance a great cloth banner,
Go ahead.
which they waved as they beckoned to us.
So they waving the banner and calling them in.
Right.
Because, you know, they was going to hell off. You know, forgive them. You know, we got to have mercy.
Right.
You understand? But they waving the banner. This is who we are. Come on in.
Right. Yep.
Go back to some of those other pages. Go back, officer. Let me see. Go back. That's the millstone. Go back to that millstone. That's the millstone. You understand that they brung over here. All right. Go back. Go back to the images. Keep going. Circumcision. Wow. Is this on the screen? Yes, circumcision. All right, read that, Soldier.
Practice of circumcision.
Go ahead.
Mural temple of Amun-Re Karnak, Egypt. For practice of circumcision. Pre-Columbian mural, Great Pyramid at Teotihuacan near Mexico City, Mexico.
So this is what they brought. And they used to write these images, draw these images in stone of them showing that, guess what, when they came over here, they brought circumcision.
Right.
Put that rock on there. Is that the last image? No, go back. Let me see. Is there one more image? Okay, that's another one right here for baptism. Because they was baptizing. Baptism is not a new thing.
Right.
You understand? Contrary to popular belief.
Right.
They always have been washing. The priest was always washing before they went into the temple. It wasn't a new thing. But the Gadites, those 10 tribes brought a lot of customs over to the Americans.
Right.
All right?
Yep.
Give me that rock that you had put up. Because we got the rock. Damn.
We got that rock.
We got that right. We talking about Officer Zimra's album.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
You gotta put that out
I
there.
catch myself listening to that song, bro.
Man, the kids
And
love
by the time I'm like 2 minutes in, I'm like, damn, why am I listening to this?
that. Damn. Man, they love that song.
But that song is catchy, man.
Hey,
It's
you know,
catchy.
the scriptures say, "You fall in the pit you dig yourself." You know what I'm saying? You
Wayne
was
no
talking
way,
about
man.
that song, and it'll
Wayne
hit
no
you.
way.
It'll hit you,
Wayne no way.
and your kids, your whole household.
Whole household running around talking about, I got that rock. Shut the hell up.
Well,
Give
they
me that
know
rock, though.
is Christ,
you got
though.
You got it? Yeah, the rock
The
that
rock.
you put in the sands of the Seers.
Hey,
What is
this
it
made
that
me
you just told us to forward to the page.
Looking at those pictures, Cap, made me
Amazing.
kind of in my kind of think about like when you look at the natives here in America and how they're big on graffiti. A lot of times they put their cultural things, in graffiti on walls. Everywhere they go. They've been doing that. It's like they never stopped.
That's a good point. You got it? So this is the rock that they brung over. What's the name of this rock?
The Lost Lunas.
Lost
Dead
Lunas,
Lost
Lunas.
Lunas.
Yep.
This is the rock that they brung over here with the 10 Commandments. All right, this is actually also in the book as well.
Yep.
All right, engraving in them. How the hell did they know about the 10 Commandments if they wasn't the Israelites?
Right.
How they know about this if they wasn't the damn Israelites? How did they get their hands on this?
And it's Paleo Hebrew.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's Paleo Hebrew.
They remember in them books, I think it's
Lost tribes and
Lost.
Promised Land.
What's that name of the book? Again?
Lost tribes and promised lands.
Remember, it said that they brought interpreters. They spoke Hebrew when they came over here. They brought Hebrew interpreters to
Francisco.
communicate with the Native Americans.
All right, hey, go back to that. Go back to the ancient American Indians. So now that we see, okay, they came over here. The 10 tribes came over here.
Right.
You understand? Because we didn't read that. We got to go back to that Esdras.
Yeah.
Because the Lord held still the waters. Esdras 13. Before we go into them going the hell off.
Yeah. Because they went off.
Yes, they went the hell off. All right, let's read this.
2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 43.
Go ahead.
And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
Go ahead.
For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the
He
flood
held still the seas. Go ahead.
till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth.
Osiris. So that was the original name of this land. Before the so-called Edomite got over here and put his name, America Vespucci, on it, it was called Osiris. You understand?
And in the Jewish Encyclopedia, it tells you that Arsareth is North America.
Right. All right, let's pull this book up right here. Now let's get into them going to hell off. Yeah, that one that you got right there. Watch this.
All right, the origins of the American Indians. When Hernando Cortez conquered Mexico, their great native Aztec leader, Montezuma, surprised the Spanish explorer with the following response.
Watch this, man.
For a long time, we have known from the writings of our ancestors that neither I nor any of those who dwell in this land.
Who's he talking about? This is the reason why we bringing this out. He said, neither I nor any of them that dwell in this land. Who the hell is dwelling in the land right now that Montezuma is talking about? The 10 tribes of Israel. Bring it out. That's who he's talking about. Though I guess the bombs don't work.
Bombs don't work today.
You up back there, bro?
Oh, amazing.
Amazing. Just drop a bomb just because. Let me just. Okay, they work. Go ahead.
Neither I nor any of those who dwell in this land are natives of it,
Go ahead.
but foreigners who came from very different parts.
Go ahead. This is out of Montezuma's mouth. Go ahead.
And likewise, we know that a chieftain of whom they were all vassals brought our people to this region.
Go ahead.
And he returned to his native
A
land.
chieftain he's talking about is the Ephraimites and Manasseh. They was the one, the prophecy that will push the 10 tribes over to this land. You understand? You read that in Deuteronomy 33. Read.
And he returned to his native land, and after many years came again, by which time all those who had remained were married to native women, and had built villages and raised
They
children.
got settled in, read.
And when he wished to lead them away again, they would not go, nor even admit him, or even admit him as their chief. And so he departed. And we have always held that those who descended from him.
This is when you what you're reading. It proves John chapter 4. The so-called Gentiles. Those are the northern kingdom. They were always around us.
Right.
It was always, all of them didn't come to this side of the land.
Right.
You understand? Some of them was going back because they was, John chapter 4 explains that clearly. They, hey, you ain't got no dealings with us.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead. Now it's the next page.
We have always held
146.
that those who descended from him would come and
Page 146. There you go.
conquer this land and take us as their vassals. So because of the place from which you claim to have come, namely from where the sun rises.
This is now he's talking about the king. He's talking about the king of Spain.
So they came
Now
from
watch
the
this.
east.
Yeah, it came from the east. There you go. Go ahead.
And the things you tell us to the great Lord or King who sent you here, we believe and are certain that he is our natural Lord.
Good. Go ahead.
Especially as you say, that he has none of us for some time.
Damn.
So be assured that we shall obey you and hold you as our Lord.
Hey, you know when you read that, you know what I'm thinking about? Hebrews 13, when they talk about don't be carried away with strange doctrines.
Nah, I think it is.
That's Ephesians 4.
I think it's Hebrews 13.
Hebrews, the flood.
Yeah, Hebrews 13 and 8 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
You see it? Read that.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 9.
Because remember, we read that when they came over here, they was keeping the commandments.
Yeah.
They came over here to keep the laws, and God took the position as the Levites, as the lawgivers.
Right.
But what happened? Read. Go ahead.
Be not carried about with diverse and strange doctrines.
Then they went into damn idolatry.
Right.
And start thinking, here come the clear man about to come over here and rescue us. Go ahead.
Ain't no way.
For it is a good thing that the heart be established with grace.
He said, it's a good thing that the heart be established with grace. This is why you got to get firm in the scriptures. Northern Kingdom, they wasn't firm in the scriptures.
Right.
That's why they allowed these strange doctrines to come.
Right.
So here the clear man come out the water, he thinking he God.
Right.
He waving them in. You understand? And then giving them maps. I got another book where they show he gave them the whole map of Mexico. So Hernan Cortez understood, okay, but damn, we don't need boats no more.
Right.
We could travel by land
Yep.
to America. You understand? And Montezuma was giving them all this information, no pushback. That's what we reading. Go ahead.
The book.
Yeah, the book. Was that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
We,
Read the book.
we believe and are certain that he is our natural Lord, especially as you say that he has none of us for some time. He has known of us for some time. So be assured that we shall obey.
Of course he
you.
knew of them for some time because they read the book of Ezra. They had conquered us during this time on that side of the land. Go ahead.
We shall obey you and hold you as our Lord in place of the great sovereign of whom you speak. And in this there shall be no offense or betrayal whatsoever. And in all the land that lies in my domain,
Oh, God.
you may command it as you will, for you shall be obeyed.
So now, you hear what Montezuma said, right?
Yeah.
All the land that's mine,
Niggardry at work.
you can do what you will.
Yeah.
Give me Dave Chappelle.
Bring it out.
Give me Dave Chappelle.
Crazy.
Because Dave Chappelle, hey, he articulated this thing well.
That's why they don't like him, man. 'Cause
Huh?
he be bringing it out.
Bringing
man.
it out, bro.
He's scared of them white folks.
Hey, you do, bro.
He's scared of white folks.
Go ahead. The Edomites. We're gonna reference them as their biblical names.
Right.
The real Reds.
You're Edom, Esau. Go look it up. Go ahead. Play that thing.
Sound.
$24 and a bag of weed. How much money you think the Indians sold Manhattan for?
It wasn't a lot. I remember they sold it for
$24 and a bag of weed. All right, maybe not the weed, but they sold it. The thing about it is the Indians, I thought that they were like, dumb. I was like, why would they do that? This is good property. But it turns out that Indians weren't dumb. It's a cultural difference that was exploited. Because Indians did not know that people could own land. Do you know what Manhattan means? No. It is the Indian word for white people. And it means crazy people. No offense. But, no.
You say one more word.
No, because the guy was saying it's like Indians didn't know people could own land, so they thought white people were crazy, you know. It's like, we'll buy this land for $24. They're like, oh, would you like to buy the sky too? Let's make a deal, you know. And the guy
I'll sell you that cloud. Yeah.
Exactly. Clouds, $15 for cloud. How much more do you think the Indians...
y'all got something on that?
Damn.
No, well, go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead.
had an article on that, basically the backsliding of Northern Kingdom of Gad and Reuben. But I want to get this after that.
I got some. Let me get Limitations, man.
Limitations 5.
You already know. Limitations
yep.
5. Because, like you said, it was a cultural difference, and Gad was exploited.
Mm-hmm.
Limitations 5. And I think even what Montezuma called them, foreigners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the Bible calls them.
Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
So, hey, we got to consider our reproach. Why are we going through the things that we going through? Go ahead.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
So the Bible says our inheritance is turned to strangers. So remember, North America, Arsareth, then our native brothers, they took this land. And they said, what did it say?
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
So guess what? This land that was given to the natives now is given to strangers. Let me not say given. It's taken. It's stolen. They deceived them.
And that show you how Northern Kingdom, don't forget your thought, officer, but that show you how Northern Kingdom, they wasn't keeping the commandments. Because when you examine the Torah, you wasn't able just to sell your land.
Bring it out.
You understand? The land that you was given, it had to be next to kin to sell your land when you read through Numbers.
Yes.
You understand? So that just show you that they minds, they was trying, but they wasn't keeping the commandments.
They forgot.
Keep going.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our houses to aliens.
And it said our houses is turned to aliens. It's letting you know that let me not say the so-called. It's letting you know that Edom is an alien.
Right.
Edom is an illegal alien. Keep going.
We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows.
And it says our mothers is as widows. Because remember, when they came over here, they was killing our kids. They was taking the infants, dashing them against rocks. Keep going.
We have drunken our water for money.
So that's the point right there. We drunken our water for money. Water is a free natural resource. But now our native brothers, they got to go to the so-called, I got to get out my mouth. Get it out my mouth. Get out my mind. They got to go to Edom to get their water.
Right.
They got to go to Esau to get all, and one of all things, they got to go to Esau. Keep going.
Right.
Our wood is sold unto us.
Wood is a free natural resource. Everybody should be able to build a house for free.
Right.
But now we got to go to the people that conquered us for that wood. Go ahead.
Our necks are under persecution.
And guess what? Our native brothers, they was under persecution. We're still under persecution in 2023. The reservations are horrible.
They are.
We still under persecution. But that's it.
Hey,
Can I land back off of that with a
Hold on,
scripture?
the officer got something.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, go to Leviticus 26. Because this goes right along with what Cap and Officer just brought out. Like how, because they was not keeping the commandments, now all this stuff was going upon them.
Right.
Leviticus 26 and start at verse 16.
Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 16.
Actually, start at 15.
Verse 15. And if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant.
So over process of time, it shows they stopped keeping the commandments.
Right.
Start sacrificing the devils and all this stuff.
Right.
Keep reading.
I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it.
So that's what happens. The enemies start getting the fattest parts of the land. They start taking over. And now the North America guy, the Native Americans, what the Bible calls Gad, they got pushed on reservations.
Yep.
They start getting drunk all the time, start getting high all the time.
Right.
They got the smallpox blankets. All these things happen because they stop obeying God's commandments.
And this is how we know that they're the children of Israel.
Yeah.
Because what do we always do? We would always keep the law for a time,
Yeah.
but we ended up always backsliding. Going into idol gods. Do we got time for that article I got, Cap?
Go ahead.
I got an article on that. Get that article for me. It's right after the no guns, just peace.
While he's getting that, remember when we went to that reservation in Nebraska, this land backing officer like him. As we go into the reservation, Esau got the fatness of the earth.
Yeah.
The grass
Yeah.
is green. They got
Yep.
beautiful land.
Mm-hmm.
But when we hit that reservation, it was
Dirt.
horrible. Dirt.
Yep.
You couldn't even
Yeah,
grow
there we
anything on it.
Right. So, like I said, Israel always backslid. But where did they get these guys? When we went to the reservation, all they was talking about was, my God is the mountain. My God is the earth.
Right.
As a bird flew right past us, he said, "Thank you, my brother." Where did they get that from? They got that from Assyria. We got to understand they were in Assyrian captivity for over 200 years.
Right.
They picked up some of those customs from the Assyrians. There's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Let's read that. This is an article, Nineveh Rising. Read that from the top.
Nineveh Rising, the majestic and complex world of the ancient Assyrian religion, gods,
Right.
rituals, and beliefs. The Assyrian religion was the religion of the ancient Assyrian people who inhabited the region of Mesopotamia, present-day Iraq, and parts of Syria, Turkey, and Iran. From the 25th century BCE to the 7th century CE.
Okay, now jump down for time's sake. Go to the second paragraph.
One of the most important gods in the Assyrian pantheon was Ashur.
Ashur is one of their gods. Let's look at the attributes of this guy. Keep going.
The patron god of the city of Ashur, which was the capital of the Assyrian Empire.
Right.
Ashur was often depicted as a warrior, holding a bow and arrows and riding in a chariot.
It was a warrior depicted holding a bow and arrows. If you look at their ancient drawings, they have warriors holding these bows and arrows. That's after that god Ashur. Let's get another god. Let's get the next verse.
Another important god.
You know what the brother means.
Another important god was Enlil,
Enlil. Let's look at the attributes of this guy.
the god of the sky
Go ahead.
and storms.
The God of the sky and storms. So when they say the air is my God, the storms is my God, they got that from Enlil. Keep going.
He was often depicted as a bearded man holding a thunderbolt and was considered the ruler of the universe.
A bearded man holding a thunderbolt. That like the script. There's nothing new under the sun. This comes from this is where the Greeks get that from. Zeus. They got this from the Babylonians, and Reuben and Gad. They took the same gods. But I'm gonna get one more. Go down to the one, not the next one. We don't want Ishtar, but the next one after that.
Yeah, but she was doing. Remember, they was doing Easter eggs on
Oh
the
yeah,
reservation.
exactly. Now
You
we
have
gotta
to
get
touch
that.
that.
We
I
have
you
to
was gonna
get
go to that one
We
first.
gotta get that.
They had
We
an
gotta go
Easter
there.
egg hunt
You're
on
right.
a native
You're right.
reservation.
Right.
It's
And-
hot.
and
It's
she-
hot. You disturbed that
Right,
thing.
yeah. And she say, yeah, we know our customs. We know our heritage.
Right.
But we're going to show you what you were serving. Read
Hey,
that.
pull up Ishtar, bro.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah, with the
IT back there just.
You show right.
Yeah, you gotta touch that.
I forgot about
She
that.
got mad because
To
she
this
got mad
day.
because y'all interrupted her
Yeah,
Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
Read that, bro.
The goddess Ishtar was one of the most popular and widely worshipped deities in the Assyrian religion.
One of the most popular to this day. It was one of the most popular guys. Like we said, they was holding a damn Easter egg hunt as we passing out flyers.
Hey, not
We got
even-
they got the nerve to say we know our heritage. We strong Lakota warriors.
She like,
Come on,
how can
man.
you Negroes tell us our heritage?
Right.
Hey,
But you-
also remember they was doing the Easter egg hunt the day before as well in Lawrence.
Right, exactly. So we telling y'all don't know who y'all are. Y'all are the Israelites.
Go
y'all
up.
the greatest people on this earth.
Go down. It was right there.
Yeah,
Go down.
right there. Right there. Yep.
We're the one with all the
That's it.
breasts
She got-
and stuff
yeah, that's
on
it
it.
Right the eggs. Go
Yeah,
back
go
up.
back up. You
Go
keep
back
passing
down,
it.
brother.
yeah,
Bruh,
dude.
Go
Yeah, you-
back.
Go down. Right there.
Right there.
Click on it.
Jeez Louise.
Can you blow it up a little bit?
We'll use it.
Though. Just blow it up a little bit.
Yep. So this is Ishtar right here. This is what you're worshiping when you're doing the Easter egg hunts.
She got her breast out. I got her some fertility.
Right,
she got all the eggs. All those little sculptures right there. Those little engravings. Those are eggs, bro.
Right.
They might not be physical. You might not see the physical egg. You gotta understand what we looking at.
That's the representation of
it. Representation of
it. It's another one. It's another sculpture when she has a whole bunch of breasts, and that's what the eggs represent. Fertility, and that's why they use the bunny rabbit, because they're very fertile. All right, it's just a god of she's a god of lust, sex, everything unclean. That's all it is. But they know their heritage. Come on, man. There it is, right there.
Go down.
Yep. So this is what you're worshiping right here. This is your God when you have an Easter egg hunt. And this is why the one true God turned away from you.
Yes.
And that's why that's what we trying to teach y'all. That's why y'all on the reservations right now. That's why y'all drunked out right now.
That's why they land is not fertile.
Yeah. That's why your land ain't fertile.
That's why it's nothing but dirt.
Right. Damn, I think you went to it.
Right. Y'all ain't no
that's
different.
Real. That's real. This is why because of idolatry, that's a good article that you brought out, officer. A lot of these deities you got from your oppressor.
Right.
You got from your oppressor. And just like we brought some of our customs over here, they brought these gods over here.
Right.
You understand? Which was ultimately they downfall.
Yes.
You understand?
Hey,
give me that. Yeah, go ahead.
Get Psalms 106. We got to pull it. You know, we talking about it. We got to pull the scripture. Psalms 106:34.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
Learn their works. Every captivity we go into, we come out with their gods. We come out with their wardrobe. We come out with their mindset because we didn't put away none of this stuff. All right, if you give them an inch, you know how Esau is. They're going to take everything.
Right.
So now our mindset is indoctrinated by their religions, their thoughts, their philosophies. Read.
And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
It was a snare because these other nations know, like you read in Judah, they said if there be any error in this people, we can overcome them. All these nations knew that because you got to think. They was in the wilderness with us when Moses gave us the curses and the blessings. So they know if we break the commandments, we can overcome them. We can keep them in captivity for a long time.
Right. Hey, give me that. Give me the poorest Native American reservation. Give me that. And then cue me up that sister. Or not the sister, the $5 hint.
$5
foreheads.
The rose, that how you say it? The Daz Rose.
The 2 nickel.
The Daz Rose.
The 2 nickel Indian.
Yeah.
She knew
So,
LeBrain.
matter of fact, play her first, and then we gonna go here. Because when we went to the Pine Ridge, this is what we was met with.
Yeah. She knew exactly who we were.
Okay, watch this. Plug us in.
Hey, while we wait, make sure y'all subscribing to IUIC Kansas City on every platform. All right, help us get we are trying to get 8K now on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Help us get that 8K and follow, and make sure y'all download and subscribe to IUIC TV.
Yes, sir.
Wait, what was that for, bro?
Rosebud, my reservation, during a children's Easter egg hunt, handing out these ridiculous flyers promoting the genocide of indigenous peoples.
Notice what she just said, what you just brought out, officer. They doing that damn Easter egg hunt.
Right.
All praises the prophet showed up.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Because
praise.
you in straight idolatry and the pride of the woman. We doing it. They came and disrupted our Easter egg hunt. Right. We know who we are. Nigga, no, you don't. Damn, $5. This is a $5, right?
It's a $5.
It's a $5.
Notice she said they promoting the genocide. Really, it's the death of Esau.
Right.
She know it's gonna end
know what it
all
is.
that she done did to change the minds of the natives.
Go ahead, play on.
Right on our own reservations. Not only that, they showed up armed and were flashing their pieces around just so nobody would approach them and try to kick them off. Where are our men? From what I hear, there were only 2 men there. The police
Yeah, we're all the
responded
Lakuta
slowly.
warriors. My bad, I ain't even
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, she said there's only 2 men out there.
Come on, the whole reservation.
On the whole, hey, how big was the reservation?
Big. They
It
said
said
how many acres?
how many
Like
acres?
40,000, something like that. That mug's
That mug was
bro.
huge, bro.
Huge.
They see me to tell me the bird didn't tell her we was there with guns.
The bird didn't
Yeah,
say
the bird.
nothing.
Yeah, the bird didn't say
It
nothing.
didn't say nothing.
The
It was
wind.
over there attacking the Jews. I
Thank
seen a
you.
video of
Thank
that.
you, brother.
Go ahead, play on.
Stand together. We are Lakota. We are strong. We are warriors. Our ancestors would never allow this. Get them the hell off of our reservations. Warn the other reservations that this shit is going on. Ban them permanently. Who are they to go to a children's Easter egg hunt promoting indigenous genocide, false narrative, and toting weapons where there are children? And they were obviously prepared to use them.
So stop.
Here's a clip.
So this is what we was met with.
Yeah.
When your people, when blacks, so-called blacks, show up trying to show you who you are, we greeted with a $5 Indian talking about we promoting genocide, a false narrative.
Right.
Everybody in the United States of America
Yeah.
understands what happened to the Native Americans.
Everybody.
Right.
Everybody.
The
Even
world
Congress.
genocide.
Even Congress.
Even Congress.
This ain't no damn secret.
Right.
The world, Craig, understand what happened to the name, that this is not a false narrative.
Yeah.
So what the hell is she talking about?
And she cut herself in the video because at the end she says we have footage.
Yeah.
What if you play the footage? You see not a gun in sight. You see nothing but so-called native info on what Esau did to them. We wasn't doing nothing but promoting peace.
And the natives listening to y'all.
Right.
And
They
The real
listening.
natives
Yeah.
listening.
And she contradicted herself too. That's how you know she don't know her
Her
history. She said our ancestors would never allow
bring it
these Negroes on our land.
Right.
Not knowing
Right.
we was marrying in they
Bring it out.
tribe.
Bring it out.
The slaves was leaving slavery
Right.
and going into their
Hiding
tribe.
amongst them.
Right.
We was living amongst each
Yeah.
other.
Officer, the Moors would visit. They would do trade and commute to this land. So I don't know what she talking about.
So we wasn't hiding amongst her people. So
Yeah.
she was telling half truth. We wasn't hiding amongst her and her people.
Nah.
But the real Gadites,
The real Gadites.
the real Seminole Indians
Yes.
was helping us. They was aiding us. All right, now watch this. Now notice the energy. Give me the next one. Give me the poorest native reservation. This is the same reservation.
Said I wouldn't come out of here
Start
alive.
it. Go ahead.
Is this Norway? This is the hood.
How you doing, Father Clegg?
hood.
We are one of the poorest counties in America.
Gunshots, how often?
Every night, almost. Purify ourselves off so nothing follows us. Cartel.
Now, you can
has made
literally
its way
look at
out
this
to the
video and
reservation.
tell the
Mexican
difference
cartel.
between the
Mexican
two.
cartel. This is a sweat lodge. Bloods and Crips praying together.
This is all
So
Washington's
Paul, so
land?
now you got the Edomite. Yeah, you got the Edomite coming to visit the reservation, and he's getting a damn tour.
Yeah.
He got a tour guide, a Lakota OG tour guide,
Yeah.
giving him a tour,
elders.
giving him a damn history lesson.
History legend.
Hey, did you see the priest at the beginning?
Yeah, we gonna get that. Trust me, we gonna get that.
Well, listen, they said they got Bloods and Crips.
Yes.
Sound like black people.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said it was the hood.
Yeah.
Hey, give me 1 minute 13 seconds, and we're gonna play to 1 minute 51. Make sure the disclaimer.
Okay, so where am I? In Scandinavia? Is this Norway? Where are we?
You're out here at the Thunder Valley Housing Development.
You're the Lakota expert, right, Roger?
Yeah, I'm a historian.
You're the OG around here?
Yeah.
I would say if there's someone to
Stop.
represent the Oglala.
Why do I? And that I don't know if this is the same sister, but do all the women on the reservations look the same? She looked like
She looked like her.
She looked like the other $5.
Yes.
Like they got a plastic surgeon running through the reservation.
No.
Huh? You said what?
No, Cap.
He's the
No,
priest?
Cap. No. What? See, she's the real. What's happened is when you look at the $5, she got all the makeup. See, she had a whole bunch of makeup to make herself look like.
She
a
put some
nigga.
tan on her
Yeah,
face.
she put tan. She did all types of stuff to
bro.
make
The
herself
tan
She
look.
couldn't hide that forehead, though.
Damn.
Dang, they might not be because that forehead ain't
That forehead
like
look
that.
normal.
But yeah.
Play
But
out.
hey, they said this the housing development.
Yeah.
Right.
Black people.
Go ahead.
Explanation would be him.
Okay.
I've been teaching for 26 years at a local Catholic Jesuit school.
Oh, wow. So you're Catholic?
I was a little baby when I was baptized, but I practiced the traditional ways. So,
Okay.
yeah, you could say I guess I'm Lakota Catholic, but more a recovering Catholic, I guess you could say.
Gotcha.
Stop. Listen to how destroyed our people are,
Man,
bro.
right.
And he's laughing. The Edomite is laughing. Said, "Wait a minute, you Catholic?
Right.
Nigga, you ain't Catholic.
Damn.
I'm Catholic.
Right. I know the history.
I know how you be. But you Catholic? Yeah, I'm a Lakota Catholic. Our people destroyed.
He said, I'm a recovering Catholic.
That's like saying, yeah, I'm Nazi.
Right. Watch this. Give me 23 minutes, 9 seconds. Watch this, y'all. Our people are destroyed on these reservations. Watch this.
We're not Indians and we're not Native Americans. We're older than both concepts. We're the people, we're the human being. Okay, I got a question for you because it's hard for non-indigenous or native to understand because we're told a million things. It sort of goes against this, so correct me where I'm wrong. If we're to refer to the overall, like not a specific tribe, not like Lakota or Crow, what's the best way to say it? What do you guys like to be?
I mean, and it's
So pause. Hold
depends
on.
on the
So he's
tribe.
asking you, what do you want to be called?
Right.
You understand? Why? How do? What term do you want us to use?
What do you identify?
They don't even know.
to identify?
They
us?
don't even know.
What's your race?
I want you to listen to his response. Remember in the Black Indians, I know y'all forgot. I know we forgot. It says, when you deny my heritage, you deny my legitimacy. Listen to this Lakota man's response, bro. Watch this. Play.
Depends on the tribe and who you're talking to. I think indigenous is kind of a newer tag that they, well, you know, when you start looking at the definition of the words, indigenous, yeah. You know, indigenous of that land. You can say that about the Maori people and their island.
What about Indian?
Now, Indian, the older people are so used to Indian, that's what they prefer. The reason also is because when you look at the treaties, especially treaty people, they call us Indians in that treaty. But each tribe prefers their own name. You know, like for us, it's Oglala. I'm Oglala. Oglala, yeah. But you wouldn't know that because you don't know anything about Oglalas. You know, Sioux, some people like, I'm Oglala Sioux because they don't know where the word Sioux comes from. Even our own tribe, we're called the Oglala Sioux tribe. They haven't changed our, you know, the tribal buildings. They still call themselves Oglala Sioux, even though they know it's a derogatory name given to us by the French and Ojibwe. But we still, as a nation, call ourselves that. Whereas the traditional people say, I'm not a Sioux, I'm a Lakota. I mean, to me, it's no big deal. You call me whatever you want.
Look,
No, it's just interesting
Stop.
because
You said you could call me whatever you want to call me.
Basically.
You understand? Hey, give me the definition of Sioux. That's a derogatory term. Y'all know what Sioux means? I had to look it up, y'all.
It sounds like he's confused.
Cap, they ain't no different than when we talk to Judah on the street.
No.
man.
Right.
Bro.
You ask 5 different North Southern Kingdom brothers, what's your nationality? You're gonna get 5 different answers.
response.
Human.
Christian.
Call me what you want. Christian.
Right.
It's the same, man. The curses fit all of us, man.
Let
All
that
of
one go
us.
down. What do Sioux people? Let me see what that says. Now, what do the Sioux call themselves? Let me see. Now, type in Sioux definition. What does it mean or something? Let's see. There you go.
Sioux.
Put that on
Background.
the screen first.
Damn.
Watch this.
Sioux. The name Sioux is short for Naduwasu, meaning little snakes.
They was calling them little snakes.
Damn.
And they still keep this to today.
Come on, man.
Nah, because when you look in that book, Carl Linnaeus, how he was describing the natives. Dang. What did it say? Choleric? What choleric mean again? The definition of choleric.
Yeah, look that up.
That was one
Hold
of the-
that definition because we're coming right back to that joint.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, finish that one out before you get that one. Finish that.
meaning little snakes, which was a spiteful nickname given to them by Ojibwe, their longtime
Their
foe.
longtime foe. I got another book. I forgot to get it. Where Titus and Vespasian, when they ransacked in 70 AD the temple, they knew. They said the Jews was their spiritual adversary. It was something in them that knew that we are not the same people. You understand? So this is this same enemy then branded a name on them as the Sioux tribes. You got the Lakota Sioux. You understand? Calling them little snakes.
Wow.
And they take this name still today. That's why he said they ain't even change it. You go on their walls and you see the Lakota Sioux, the Lakota little snakes.
Little snakes.
And that shows like they fit the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28. Remember it says it was going to be called a byword.
Get that, pull that.
Was that Deuteronomy 28?
37, right?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
And a byword. So now you're called out your God-given name. Sioux is not your biblical name. Your biblical name is Gad.
That's right.
So your nationality is little snake.
Yep.
Slave, because Indian means slave.
Big Berto.
Like that, everything that blacks are doing, the natives are doing. Sean, we the same people.
We the same people.
We got the same history.
Because now we running around nigga this, nigga that.
Yeah.
We always got
my nigga?
We always got a nickname for our kids.
Yeah.
Foot.
What you say, Officer
Blackfoot?
Bruh.
Growing up, they called me Foot.
Yeah. Why they call you Foot, bro?
I'm just talking.
I need to know, bro.
I need to know. Because all our names got meaning, right?
They be like leaping deer. You're going to be called leaping deer or something like that. They have all these different names.
Remember in the prophecy that we read earlier in Deuteronomy 33, it said Gad shall be like a lion. And like in the book, Carl Linnaeus, he was the so-called father of taxonomy, but he gave every racial group a definition, and this was one of the definitions that he described the natives. He called them choleric, and the definition says bad-tempered and irritable. So if you still in my land, of course I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be bad-tempered, and I'm gonna be irritable. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, hey, that's a good. Hey, officer, that's a good segue. Hey, give me the Goodbye Uncle Tom.
Yep.
That's good, bro.
Hey, it's like that old saying, hey, if you coming to get me, you better bring somebody with you.
They call us thugs, and they say we fit the same characteristics as them.
Watch this.
It's like calling a nigga.
Play that thing. You got the disclaimer and everything? Okay, play that thing.
Be amputated in order to save their lives.
So this is Goodbye Uncle Tom. Hey, pause.
What are they doing?
You should put a disclaimer and say unknown or something.
Hey y'all, so this shows like Gad, because you got them what we call them? The BHIs. I'm gonna call them BHIs. Yayas. They say that Gad is not Israel. Right. But what we saying is the same thing that the so-called blacks in America went through. Gad went through the same curses. Slavery on slave ships, yoke of iron, chains. They went through the same exact thing we went through.
Make sure we put that book too to show that they went on cargo slave ships. Right. Go ahead, play that.
Had to be amputated in order to save their lives.
Hey, this white guy is a scientist.
What are they doing
This is
here?
their science
They're
at this
Indians.
This is one of my many unsuccessful experiments. You see, with Indians, there's absolutely nothing to be done. There's the same difference between a Negro and an Indian as there is between a dog and a coyote. You can put a dog on a leash, beat him, and he'll always be there to lick your feet. Take away a coyote's liberty, and you've cut off his hair. An Indian will never be a slave. No one has ever been able to make them reproduce in captivity. They do not eat, they do not talk, they do not sleep, they do not make love. On the other hand, these people accentuate.
So it's showing you right there how they felt about the Indians.
Right.
Our so-called Native American brothers and sisters, they knew what time it was. That remind me of that what's that sculpture the leadership is always bringing out? With the Indian.
Yeah,
Was that Roosevelt? What
Yeah,
president?
Roosevelt. Can you pull that up right quick? Because he said they will never be a slave.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The prophecy was when you go back in Genesis 49. Give me that, Soj. Genesis chapter 49. Read that thing. Where is it?
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 19.
Yes, sir.
Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
It said a troop was going to overcome Gad. He didn't just surrender. You remember how this troop, Andrew Jackson, was able to overcome Gad? Because they used the Buffalo Soldiers.
Yes.
That was the only way they was able to overcome Gad. They had to pull some Negroes to the fight.
Right.
You understand? Because Gad was messing them up on every turn. You understand? So imagine 2 years. I know I got a lot of stuff. We got to have a part 2, y'all.
Damn.
Pull that up right quick. Let's put this before we jump ahead.
Cold movie scene.
You might have to find the other, get
Gad's
the other
side.
angle too to show Gad.
But this is a good one. Put that one up. You see the Negro with his gun up. The leadership had brought this picture out many a times. And then you see where he got the cursor, Gad's gun is down. Meaning he's not fighting for that troop, but he was overcome with the help, with the aid of the Buffalo Soldiers.
Right.
Give me the Buffalo Soldiers article. And a lot of our people be praising the Buffalo Soldiers and don't understand, bruh, they was fighting. You sitting up here, you just got freed. You had just got freed with the Emancipation Act in 1865. That's when you heard about this thing.
Right.
Then 2 years later, they enlist you into the war to start conquering the West.
Right.
This is the history that a lot of our people don't know about. Read this right quick.
Buffalo Soldiers. Buffalo Soldiers were African-American soldiers who mainly served on the western frontier following the American Civil War. In 1866.
When was the help me out, y'all.
Emancipation.
Emancipation. Y'all know you. Come on, man.
It was after.
It was 1865. 1865. That's when the last slaves heard of it.
Yeah.
You understand? In 1865. 2 years before this, it was signed. So we read it 1 year later. Now all of a sudden, hey, you could be a part of the cavalry.
That sound like today.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In 1866, 6 all-black cavalry and infantry regiments were created after Congress passed the Army Organization Act.
We didn't free these niggas, man. We gotta. Now they gotta fight for us.
Hey, and I got the perfect enemy
And I got
for
the
'em.
perfect enemy for them. Go ahead.
Their main task were to help control the Native Americans of the plains.
Their main task was to help control the Native Americans because the Native Americans was jacking them the hell up. They knew the land inside and out.
Right.
There was no way the troop was going to overcome them by themselves, man. This is the history. This is the history to let you know we are the same people. Go ahead, come on, read. Come on, watch this.
Capture cattle rustlers and thieves and protect settlers, stagecoaches, wagon trains, and railroad crews along the Western Front.
Go down a little bit because it's a part that I want. Yeah, read that. Watch this.
Who were the Buffalo Soldiers? No one knows for certain why, but the Buffalo Soldiers of the all-black 9th and 10th Cavalry Regiments were dubbed Buffalo Soldiers by the Native Americans.
By the Native Americans. Read. Watch
They
this.
encountered. One theory claims the nickname arose because of the soldiers' dark, curly hair
Judah!
resembled the fur of a buffalo.
Judah! Let him know who he is, man. The natives is like, damn, them goddamn buffaloes. Fierce.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Another assumption is the soldiers fought so valiantly and fiercely.
I'm sorry, I was about to. We don't pressure make a wise man mad. We just got out of damn slavery.
Right.
We down there ready to kill any damn thing.
Look at
Not
me.
to go back.
We had something to prove.
We had something to prove.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Another assumption is the soldiers fought so valiantly and fiercely that the Indians revered them as they did the mighty buffalo.
Scroll down right quick. Scroll down. Just one part I want in there. They was fighting. Where's it at? Where was that? They was fighting the same enemy. Is that it? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we get the gist. It was a part in there that shows that the same government that took you went down too far. But don't worry about it. You can read up on it. All right. This is how they was able to conquer the so-called Native Americans, the Gadites. You understand? Hey, go back to the video. Y'all got something on that?
But say not only did Esau use the Buffalo soldiers to fight against Gad, he also used them a few years later to fight against Issachar as well.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So they always been for putting us against our own people.
Yes. It's a tactic. Willie Lynch 101.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We always singing that damn song.
What's that?
Buffalo soldier.
Yeah.
No, not even knowing what we
say.
Right.
You know all them damn Benjamites. Buffalo soldier. Made by a damn Edomite. Right. Ironry. Hey, give me from this video, give me 31 right quick. 3102. Watch this. So they calling them little snakes. Now watch this.
This is where you work?
Yeah, that's the church.
Red Cloud's buried up here on this side to your left.
That was an Indian boarding school back in the day?
Yeah, this is where
And it's haunted.
Stop. Also, remember you made a point about the boarding school.
Yes, sir.
He said, "Hey, that's the boarding school's still standing. This was shot 5 months ago. Still standing. Look like it looked better than some. Yeah. Go back. It looked better than some high schools in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Say it don't.
Reservation.
Then the reservation. Yeah.
Right. On the reservation.
Yeah.
Border school.
Hey, I'm glad y'all just now. Hold on. Think about that. Remember where he was riding through when he said, "This is the hoods."
Yeah.
How deplorable it looked, right?
Right.
Now all of a sudden you ride into a whole nother area.
Yeah.
I want you to pay. You said at least something. I want you to pay attention to who stays in this area. Play. Watch this.
Was an Indian boarding school back in the day?
Yeah, this is where that's where
it's haunted. It looks haunted.
Said it looked haunted.
All the Jesuits live up here.
Jesuits.
Ooh, go back. We might have missed it.
Yeah.
We might have missed it. Go back. He going into a whole nother area. This don't look like no poverty going on over here.
Right.
And he told you who's staying up over here.
Right.
Play.
Was an Indian boarding school back in the day?
Yeah, this is where that's where
it's haunted. It looks haunted.
Yeah, it is. This is where all the Jesuits live up here. Who's this? Father Cleek. Hold on. How you doing, Father Cleek?
Huh?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Back from visiting Lynn Crosstown.
How's Lynn doing?
You know, he's doing pretty good. They amputated the first joint on his right big toe.
Stop.
I didn't know
Now,
that.
now as a cameraman, this is where you got this is where you got to put your camera. You got to put your what they call it. You got to put your creative spirits to work. If I'm filming this, right, and I'm astonished. I'm on a reservation. I got a tour guide who's claiming to be a Lakota Indian. You understand? Or Lakota Sioux. And he's taking me to where the Jesuit priests are, right?
Right.
And he's panning the camera. So he looks at the priest, and then he's in shock and awe.
Yeah.
He's in shock and awe. So he pans it back because I got to get a look at this nigga's face as he describes the priest.
Yeah. Right.
Play it back. You know, this is what, hey, I know some people, y'all got to bring this to life. It's like reading the Bible.
Yeah.
Some people, when they open up the Bible, they just go to sleep.
Damn.
They have no imagination, no creativity. You got to imagine how your forefathers was rolling.
Yeah.
Put yourself in his shoes right now as he's filming this. Remember, he asked him earlier, he said, "Are you Catholic?"
Yeah.
Right.
Recovering. I'm a recovering Catholic.
I'm a recovering Catholic.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. Can't make this stuff up, man. Go ahead, play on.
Who's this? Father Cleek. Hold on.
Who's this for? Father
How you
Cleek.
doing, Father Cleek?
Watch this.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I just came back from visiting Lynn Crosstown.
Oh, how's Lynn doing?
You know, he's doing pretty good. They
Oh, is it?
amputated the first joint on his right big toe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it's healing very well, and So
Look at his
there's
face.
no-
He don't really care.
That's how you know he black, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, when black people ain't paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, yeah. And then he looked away. He don't
Hey,
care.
he did.
He don't care.
Go ahead, play.
Grabbing a little bit of footage and
I do different communities all over the world and the country, and I'm doing a series on natives right now. Starting
What a great thing, in
Yeah.
a sense, if we can begin to realize that our differences enrich us. If we
Yeah.
can learn to humbly respect those differences.
This sound
know,
like your Christian
Shut
side.
your
Yeah,
right
he's
mouth.
telling
Yeah,
on himself.
But otherwise, diversity is just the walls that separate us. So that building of an understanding of how we
You don't
can
shut your
bless each
white
other.
Man, sit your ass down.
Stop.
Bro, what is telling on himself?
What are the differences that he's talking about? His
Hey.
differences is not that we can live together equally. You have your culture, I have mine. In his mind, his differences is you beneath me, and that's where you belong. You belong in the position that you're at. And how is it that the interviewer or whatever knows the priest? He knows him. He asked him, "Hey, what about priest such and such?" He knows them.
He knew because he's Catholic. He knew what time it is.
Yeah.
He know what time it is, man. Damn, what was I gonna say? Give me that next one. The Jesuit priest, right? Mm-hmm. Watch this. Now, you know when they came, they put them in boarding schools.
Right,
Took
right,
away
right.
their heritage, took away their nationality, their language.
Right.
Gave them Easter. Now they pissed off that we coming and telling them Easter's of the
celebrate it.
damn devil.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
They pissed the hell off. She ready to go to war.
Right.
Behind a Catholic religion.
The Catholic religion.
But meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
back at the ranch,
Yup.
put this up.
By a popular order of the Catholic Church, and that's the ownership and sale of enslaved people. Selling hundreds of these human beings once saved the prestigious Georgetown University, and now these storied institutions are facing a reckoning. ABC's Alex Prochet reports.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
At a time when the issue of race is front and center, the country is finding ways to confront its ugly past. Now, the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, have vowed to raise $100 million in an attempt to atone for its role in slavery here in the U.S.
Uh-oh.
Yes, even the Roman Catholic Church owns slaves.
Uh-oh.
Joseph Stewart is one of the descendants of these enslaved people. And in 2017, he petitioned Jesuit leaders to take action.
Because we wanted to get Rome involved in trying to reconcile with the descendants and the Jesuits here in the United States.
On these reservations.
A pathway forward, a pathway to jump from the 200-year history of the sale of our ancestors to a new beginning.
The result was a dialogue between his group, the Descendants Truth and Reconciliation Foundation,
So stop. So
and Father Tim
not only
Kasecki.
did the Jesuit priests own Judah, Southern Kingdom, and was selling us, they was colonizing the Native Americans.
Right.
You understand? Putting them through boarding schools, killing them. They still finding mass graves that they apologizing for. You got the Pope on the damn apology tour that a lot of people don't even know about. Remember he hit Canada? Oh, yeah, put that up right quick.
I was just looking that up.
Yeah, bro, I know it. This side of the room, bro. Damn. No shots. Pow. Hold on. We're going to come back to that video. Put that article that Officer Lycom just put up right quick.
Hey, Cap. Let's say one thing. It say they're trying to raise $100 million. Yeah. The Catholic Church is the largest realtor in the world.
In the world.
They own over $5 billion worth of real estate. They ain't got to raise no money. They got it.
They got it. Hey, and this is just the article I posted. I got another one that's showing that they are struggling to raise $100 billion. Damn. Can't make this up. And who the hell put the tag $100 million?
Right.
Who put the cap?
Who capped it? Who capped it at $100 million?
The hell is this? Go ahead, read that right quick.
Pope Francis apologizes to Native children in Canada. Is Black America next?
But they ain't even apologized to the niggas.
Is Black America
next? Are they niggas? Go ahead.
Displaced. Over 150,000 Native children in Canada were pulled from their homes between the 19th century and the 1970s, when their prevailing culture was replaced with conformity.
Conform to what? Christianity. Go ahead.
This only renewed in me the indignation and shame that I have felt for months, Francis said.
Hold on, wait a minute. Because when I read this, the video we just watched, Father Francis wasn't in no damn shame.
Right.
You understand? Father Francis walked up to the car like he living good on the reservation.
Right.
So what shame is he talking about?
He was celebrating their differences.
He's celebrating their differences.
With his priest collar and Native American jacket.
Right. With his Native American jacket over it.
If we learn to accept our differences, but I enslaved you and took your nationality and took your culture and took everything away from you.
Right.
That's the
And I'm not giving you
I
a
live in
damn
the
thing.
I live in the suburbs.
On your land.
On your land.
So that's the definition of wolves in sheep clothing.
Right.
Damn.
Shut your wife.
Go ahead.
Now the hair was out of place.
This only renewed in me the indignation and shame that I have felt for months. Francis said in an NPR article. I want to tell you how very sorry I am and to ask for your forgiveness.
Man.
For the evil perpetuated by not a few Catholics. Not a few Catholics who contributed to the policies of cultural assimilation and enfranchisement in those schools.
So all you damn so-called northern tribes that are still in Catholicism, understand what you celebrating every Sunday. They are coming out and letting you know to your face what they did to you, and you still carrying your pancake behind in the Catholic Church.
Damn.
I had to catch my word. No, they cake unturned.
Cake unturned behind your pancake. I got you.
You understand?
Got you,
They still carrying their behind in there celebrating Sister Mary. Sister Father Paul.
Right. Yeah. More like Sister Mary.
Peter. You understand? Go ahead. Damn.
The Canadian.
Y'all better repent and understand who you are in these last days.
Right.
Y'all are a part of us.
That's right.
You not white.
To this day.
And I can't stand, listen, I can't stand, man, when the damn Northern Kingdom, when they try to act, they try to put on their white card.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, look at me, you're a Negro.
Yeah.
You're beneath me.
You're beneath me.
Right.
Cat, I remember one day we did a flyer mission in Kansas. And
I know what you about to say.
This dude was dressed black as hell. Northern Kingdom dressed. Jays look black as hell. I hand him a flyer. He like, nah, I don't believe in this. He said Jesus is white.
Damn.
We don't mess with you, bro. But you dressing like us.
Right.
But you don't mess with us.
You don't mess with us. Hey, you remember we went to that church for that flyer mission? This is what I thought you was going to say. And the woman was the pastor.
Yeah.
And we passing out flyers on the stoop. We like, hey, can we talk to the pastor, blah, blah, blah. And she came out of nowhere like she was floating. Y'all remember that, bro? We was all like, what the hell? I'm talking about like she floated between, we was talking to the men.
Two men.
And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, here she is, just appeared.
I have arrived.
I've arrived. What does thou want? What the hell is this?
Hey, can we put that picture on real quick? Because this goes, look at that.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one.
This is exactly what we're talking about. These are the same people that's on the reservations talking about we got to put our differences aside.
Right. The Jesuit priests, the Society of Jesus.
This is how you got conformed to Catholicism.
Exactly.
Got put to death.
And at the same time, those Jesuit priests got all of their artifacts, all of our artifacts at the bottom of the Vatican.
Hey,
they know who you are.
Go back. Where was we at?
That video.
You got the nerve to wear a cross on your neck. What they be doing with doing the cross with their hands and stuff?
Upside down.
Yeah. With the crucifix on the cross and chest.
But that's it. Y'all get the gist of it. Right? What we showing, and we got to do a part 2 because, like I said, it's a lot.
It's a lot
that we didn't even cover. That we didn't bring out. Matter of fact, give me that article about the Northern Kingdom going on
slave ships.
While he pulling that up, give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Y'all pull that out.
That's right. Oh yeah,
y'all pull that out because they went on slave ships too.
Right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He just wasn't talking about the Negroes. Moses was talking to the Israelites. All 12 tribes was there during this time. We just came up out of Egypt.
Yeah.
You understand? He talking to all of us. He said what?
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Gonna bring you into captivity again.
With ships.
But this time with cargo slave ships. Right. With cargo slave ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You ain't gonna see the Egyptians no more. Go ahead.
And there ye shall.
And there, wherever you go, whether it's Spain, Portugal, wherever you go, Britain, the Caribbean island, where else was they sending them? Jamaica, the West Indies. You understand? They was sending, and a lot of us, that book, the Black Indians, you know, a lot of them brothers that's on the Caribbean islands.
Yep.
Kingdom.
They really
And I'm telling you, part 2, we might pull out the books that's showing a lot of us sitting up here.
Yeah.
That thinking that claiming Judah.
Also like him.
Reubenites.
Big Reuben, baby.
Big Rube. Big Rube.
Stop it.
Big Rubes, bro.
Hey, and what we about to read too? A lot of you brothers who claim you Benjamin.
Yeah.
You might be Gad too. You might be Gad too.
You're talking about you.
Osbaniah.
Cause you know Northern Kingdom is unstable as water.
Right.
Damn. And this brother, since I met him, has been in 3 different tribes.
Bro, he got a whole song.
You've been in 2. I'm sorry, not 3. 2 tribes.
Yeah.
You've been in 2 different tribes. Brother got a whole song talking about I'm Judah.
I didn't know.
Judah.
And now you look at his profile, he's from Benjamin. But go ahead, read on. Whole fire. Go ahead, read on, bro. Pull that up.
This article.
Colonists shipped Native Americans abroad as slaves. Native Americans, including non-combatants who surrendered during King Philip's War to avoid enslavement, were enslaved at nearly the same rate as captured combatants, research shows. Between 1492 and 1880, between 2 and 5.5 million Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas. In addition,
the sister said, "Hey, you can mail out a $500 billion check. Keep the 100 million and respect the differences on that." For real. I feel you, sis. But 500 billion ain't enough either.
It ain't.
I want the whole damn land.
Earth. That's right. We want the earth.
I don't even want the land back. I want the land back, but I also want my foot somewhere else.
Yes.
You understand? I need payback. I need retribution.
The sun don't shine back.
Purified.
Go ahead. I had to say that thing. Go ahead.
Native Americans were enslaved in the Americas in addition to 12.5 million African slaves.
You know them numbers is
all the way off.
All the way off.
While natives had been forced into slavery and servitude as early as 1636.
So this says natives were they was forced into servitude. Go ahead.
It was not until King Philip's War that natives were enslaved in large numbers. Fisher writes in the study that 1675 to 1676 war pitted Native American leader King Philip, also known as Metacom, and his allies against the English colonial settlers.
Yeah, let's jump down. Jump down to the paragraph right under the picture,
While Africans who were enslaved did not know where they would be taken, Native Americans understood that they could be sent to Caribbean plantations and face extremely harsh treatment far from the homes and communities, according to the study. Fear of this fate spurred some Native Americans to pledge to fight to the death.
So that's why it said they was going to be like a lion, Gad in a plight. Go ahead.
While others surrendered, hoping to avoid being sent overseas, the study found.
So that just shows you right there. Natives were enslaved. They was on cargo slave ships.
And if because I hear Negroes saying, "Well, that don't say nothing about no slave ships." It said carried overseas.
Right.
What do you use
How
to
else do
go
you get
overseas?
to the Caribbean?
Right.
This is what it said.
There was no ice bridge to the Caribbean.
That's crazy.
So what we showing you is our Native American brothers and sisters are the Gadites.
That's right.
They are the Israelites. Yes. All right, give me Ephesians right quick. Ephesians chapter 3, and let's read verse 7.
The book of Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
Whereof I was made a minister according to the gift of the grace of God.
So this is Paul letting those at Ephesus know a little secret, know a little mystery. He said, I was made a minister. You black pastors. We ran into a damn pastor yesterday.
Yeah.
The brothers up there teaching and called him, you're supposed to be a minister. Right. This Negro is arguing across the street. Don't call me no minister, brother. I'm not no minister. That's false. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Come on, man.
We are made ministers.
Right.
That's all through the scriptures.
Right.
Read it again, bro.
Whereof I was made a minister.
I was made a minister.
Right.
Read.
According to the gift of the grace of God, given unto me by the effectual working of his power.
Read, come on.
Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints.
So this is Paul letting you know, those in Ephesus, hey, he had respect. He had honor for the 12. He didn't put himself up with the 12. He said, I was the least of all the saints. Read. And he knew more. He knew more prophecies and everything, but he still had honor for those who came before him. Read, come on.
I'm sorry, less than the least.
Read it from verse 8.
Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints.
Go ahead.
Is this grace given?
He said this grace is given, read.
That I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ.
He said that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ. Because what was the Gentiles looking for? Hold that. Give me real quick, not Jeremiah, but John chapter 4:25, I think it is. What she was looking for. Paul was made a minister to the Gentiles, to the northern kingdom, not to the Gentiles, to the so-called Edomites, the Amorites. Give me some more, the Canaanites. Yeah. And it always amazes me when we say the Gentiles. The only people that we bring up
is white people.
Is Esau.
There's powerful niggardry at work.
That's Esau. That's the only people that a Christian will bring up. Right. Well, what about the Hamites?
Right. Yeah.
What about the Amorites?
Yep.
What about the Moabites? Right. What about all these ites?
Yep.
Right.
All these ites.
They don't get salvation. You gonna leave them out? Come on, read.
John chapter 4 and verse 25.
Go ahead.
The woman saith unto him.
Go ahead. This is what Northern Kingdom was waiting on. This is the unsearchable riches of Christ. Read.
Right. The woman saith unto him.
Go ahead.
I know that Messiah is coming.
She said, I know that the Messiah is coming. Why? Because this information was passed down. They read about our forefathers, about Christ. Their forefathers told them, Moses said, in the last days, I'm going to raise up one like you, Moses. Right. You understand? Listen to him. So this information was passed down from generations to generations. So when they was kicked out, she understood, hey, the Messiah is coming. And when the Messiah is coming, read.
Which is called Christ.
Go ahead.
When he is come,
go ahead.
He will tell us all things.
He's going to start to tell them all things. The unsearchable riches. Make able ministers out of men. Right. Go back to that.
Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 8.
Yep.
Unto me, who am less than the least of all. You want verse 7?
No, that's verse 8. You good?
Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints.
Go ahead.
Is this grace given.
Go ahead.
That I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ.
The unsearchable riches of Christ. Because once Christ came back, he broke down. Give me that. Matter of fact, just real quick. He broke down that middle wall between us, the enmity. Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 14, real quick.
Ephesians chapter
13, read fast.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
But now in Christ Jesus, ye who sometimes were far off,
Northern Kingdom,
are made nigh by the blood of Christ.
Are made nigh by the blood of Christ. Read, come on.
For he is our peace.
For he is our peace. He's that peace that they was looking for. Read, come on.
Who hath made both.
He had made both, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, both, not all the other ites.
Right.
The Moabites, Jesuites, no. He said made both, talking about two different, the Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom. Read.
Who had made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
The law of sacrifice. Read.
Having abolished in his flesh the enmity.
The what?
The enmity.
The what?
Enmity.
The hatred. The hatred that was between the two. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom was documented of past. Way back in Moses, we've been funking. Way back when Joseph, when Joseph was born, we looked at him and said, "Man, we got to sell this nigga."
Right.
Throw him in the pit.
Everybody else was ready to kill him. Judah said, "Don't kill him, man. Just sell him, man. We gotta get this money."
Come on, man.
That's what Judah said, man.
Judah was a hustler.
Judah was a hustler. We've been hustlers, man.
We gotta get this money, man.
We gotta get this money, man. I know a nigga that know it. I know a nigga that know it. Damn, we was evil as hell, man.
Yeah,
Hey, keep that coat on. Yeah, we was evil as hell, man. But keep that coat.
Keep that coat.
That coat.
That coat bad, though. That coat bad. Coat right there. Go back to the scriptures. 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 Go back. Read that again.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 15. Having abolished in his flesh the enmity,
the hatred. Go ahead.
Even the law of commandments.
Okay, even the law, talking about sacrifice. Go back to Ephesians 3 and verse 9 now.
Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 9.
Those are the riches of Christ. This is why Christ came and died, to take away that hatred between northern kingdom and southern kingdom. So when the Buffalo Soldiers was going against the Native Americans, that was in our spirit. Right. That was in our spirit. You understand? Read, come on.
And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery.
He said he wanted to make all men see the fellowship of the mystery. Damn, why are these two tribes been funking since the beginning of time? Yeah. Why was it always, it's Northern Kingdom versus Southern Kingdom?
Yeah. Right.
It's Jacob versus Esau.
Sibling rivalry.
All these sibling rivals going on.
Yeah.
These brothers funking from the beginning of time. This is the fellowship of mystery.
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel. Yeah.
Right.
All these things that was going on through the scriptures. This was revealed to Paul. He was made an able minister to reveal these things. Read it again.
And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world had been hid in God.
He said from the beginning of the world, this was hid. So we don't understand why that dynamic between black and brown people is. Because from the beginning of the world, we've had that enmity. But now that Christ has returned, and now that he's given, give me that in John 14:26, please. That's right. Now that he's giving us back this information, now we got to know, hey, you know what? This enmity got to cease. Because Christ has died and risen for us. Because we brothers now.
Only us.
Only us. Only the 12 tribes. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. Roy. Go ahead.
John chapter 14 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
But the Comforter,
Christ,
which is the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name,
go ahead.
He shall teach you all things.
Christ has came back and he's teaching us all things. He taught Paul. He taught Paul what? He made him an able minister to teach us. Right. We up here are able ministers of the word.
Right.
For you black pastors in these Christian churches who think that you're not a minister.
Right.
How the hell you sitting in church all these years and don't declare yourself a minister of the word?
Right.
What the hell are you doing?
You leading a flock and saying you're not a minister.
Yes.
Smoking menthols.
Smoking damn menthols. Black and Mouse. When we pull up, you know they was nervous as hell. This nigga put out a Black and Mouse.
He got on the phone. He started lighting up like
he's shaking. They like, damn, they didn't out here. I thought that was for one summer. No, we going back to back like the Lakers.
It out. Yep.
The Lakers went back to back. Yeah, they ain't went back to back. Damn. But we doing something like that.
Oh, really?
Really, bro?
Couldn't get a ball.
Y'all brothers been sleeping all day.
All day, bro. Now they want to be on point with something.
They want to be on point. Don't get fired, bro. Don't get fired, bro. Is that it on that?
He shall teach you all things.
He shall teach you all things, Rick.
And bring all things to your remembrance.
And bring all these things to our remembrance. So now we got to remember that, guess what? We are brothers.
That's right.
Ain't there a scripture to say that? What scripture is that? We are brothers. Oh, no, that's Genesis. That's Genesis 49, talking about Reuben and, not Reuben, but Simeon and Levi. They are brothers. Read that scripture. Yeah, that's Judah. That's Northern Kingdom.
Southern Kingdom.
That's right. Damn, I'm in the spirit of the Lord.
Hey, Cap, that's why you know that $5 Indian. You know the Comforter. The Comforter is the Bible, right? The Comforter is the Bible. It's Christ, right? That's why that $5 Indian, when she seen them Bible, she was like, "Ooh, they got weapons.
They got weapons.
They got weapons." She
that
understand what time it is.
Sword.
It was in her spirit, huh?
It was in her damn spirit. You got that?
Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 5.
Yes, sir.
Simeon,
Northern Kingdom,
and
Levi, Southern Kingdom,
are brothers.
We brothers.
That's right.
We brothers. Now we starting to get this understanding now, and we got to accept that we brothers. We about to get up out of here together. It's no coincidence now that the ADL is on us, the SPL is on us. They about to come down hard on the Israelites. That the Most High God is about to raise up Gad. Because the prophecy was he's going to overcome at the end. At the last. It's no coincidence. So guess what? We coming to a reservation near you.
Yeah, that's right.
And
With
we
Bibles.
coming to wake it. We coming with Bibles.
Right.
We come. This is the only weapon we coming with.
Give me Bible.
Give me Bible. And we coming to wake you up so we can get the hell out of here. We need 12,000 of y'all to get y'all mind right.
That's right.
The rest of y'all, guess what? Hellfire.
Yeah.
2/3.
Hellfire is coming.
It
You
is what it
understand?
is, man.
It is what it is. But all praise to the Most High, y'all. We
praise.
back, bro. We back. I feel good to be back, man. All praise to the Lord, man.
We're going to have to do a part 2.
We got to do a part two,
Part two.
man. We got to do a part 2 on
All
this
praises.
thing, bro. We're going to shake with this part 2 going to shake a lot of brothers' tribal faith.
Hey, look at here.
Because this is history, bro. You
Brother,
understand?
start claiming
Books.
Isaiah 11:11.
This is history, bro. Isaiah 11:11.
Just give me a dough to go through.
For real. That's
Yeah.
all.
Word
That's,
about
and that's it. That's
Yeah.
all you. That's all we should be worried about.
Yeah.
Just give me a door.
Just give me a door.
Because at the end of the day, you don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know, bro. You understand? That the Spirit bear witness. That's it. The Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Right.
That's right. That's it.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
So all praise to the Most High. Again, this is Sins of the SEERS. Y'all tune in every Monday at 12:30. 12:30. All right. I'm Captain Arab. We got
Officer Benaiah.
Yes, sir. Officer Abishai.
Yes, sir.
Officer Eliakim.
Sir. Officer Zimra. Zim.
Soldier Gamaliel.
Soldier Gamaliel. Shouts out to the cameraman. It's a car.
It's a car.
Man. Soldier Jan. Shouts out to the IT who been bored all day. Brother had his hand on his head all day. When I look over there and I was like, bro, you sucking the juice out of the building, man. He got his hand like, man, I'm tired. Like, come on, bro. You understand? But shouts out to Officer, man, Ariel to be exact.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Soldier Ira who finally woke up on the ones and twos.
Dang.
Yeah. Hey, with that we say Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
All praise.
That's 100 points. Been having boots on the ground, been going border to border, can say we going them out, and we been moving them out to reach our people who been beating and scattered. We been trapped in the cage with only the demons and dragons. Yeah, it's like the same drama. We getting shot down in the street, but we remain humble. That just mean we gotta get back on the road and teach all our people and let them know they not alone. The prophets is back and we going on. You know the time gon' come. The time gon' come. Look, you know that time gon' come. The time gon'